This is not your favorite experience.
No, but I'd like it to be.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, okay. So you have, do we call it stage fright? Is that the right term? Or do you want to give it some other label?
Well, it seems to have all the symptoms of stage fright that I've
Okay.
heard of.
What number you got right at the moment?
Oh,
Size 8.
yeah. 10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is the heart pounding or something?
Yeah, and my stomach is tight.
Uh-huh.
And
You need the glasses?
Yeah. No, then I don't have to see everybody.
We'll do it. I can find other points. So you're a 10, huh?
Yeah, pretty much 10, 9, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Even though I'm a big number right now.
Even though I'm a big number right now.
And well, excuse me a second. Even though I forget this every damn time I try. Okay. Well, we had our little break there.
Okay, I'm back up.
Just what you needed, right?
Yeah.
But you're back up now, huh?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just take the edge off a little bit if we can. Even though I have this current intensity.
Even though I have this current intensity.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay. Current intensity.
Current intensity.
Current intensity.
Current intensity. I can see.
Okay. Current intensity.
Current intensity.
Current intensity.
Current intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Remaining intensity.
Go away intensity.
Go away intensity.
Are you still at 9 or 10?
No, it's a lot better.
Such as?
It's just down to stomach, maybe 5.
But the sensations
Easily
in your stomach?
yeah, it's sort of like gone down.
Okay.
It's been as bad as not being able to focus and that, but right now this is...
Now you can focus all right?
Sort of here, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Even though I have some of this intensity left in my stomach.
Even though I have some of this intensity left in my stomach.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Remaining intensity in my stomach.
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 Again.
Remaining intensity in my stomach.
Still a 5?
A little better.
Well, estimated number.
Okay, 4.
4. Okay. Well, we'll do a little bit more. Okay. Even though there's still a 4 there.
Even though there's still a 4 there.
And I actually know why it's there.
And I actually know why it's there.
That is true.
It is true.
Okay. I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept
And
myself.
at least I know why.
And at least I know why.
We don't have to go fishing here.
We don't have to fish.
Okay. It's up here. It's up in front, big time.
Yeah.
I know the specific events.
I know the events.
True.
I do.
Okay. I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept
And
myself.
all those people involved in my specific events.
And all those people involved in my specific
Even
events. Even though
they might not deserve it.
Even though they might not deserve it.
At least for now.
For now, yeah.
Are we still 4?
No, it's settling down. It's more like a 2.
More like a
just,
2.
Just on simmer.
Okay. As I recall it, I mean, you and I had some discussion over the phone. You sent me an email, and I don't have that all memorized. Okay. By the way, all I really do in that case is I get an idea, because I don't want to have things memorized, because I don't want to have a set path to go down. I never know where we're going. I just have the general idea of it. Okay. How you doing right now?
Pretty good.
Well, here, let's try this and see what happens. Okay.
Oh yeah, not so good. No, they actually look better with this on. Yeah, you look great.
Are you still a 2?
Well, it's not a bad feeling now. It's just like an excited feeling.
Excited, like maybe we'll get over this. Excited, or damn, what am I doing here? Excited,
like an energetic feeling.
Is it good or bad?
It's good.
It's good.
It's
okay.
Good.
You don't have to wear the glasses unless you want to.
They look good either way.
Okay. Well, a little easier.
You're going to be tapping on that head.
Okay. Very easy to have them off.
Yeah.
Okay, but you. I mean, there are several specific events, if I recall it right. Or is there one in particular?
Well, there's some that that I think that are relevant, and some that there's one that I've been told happened, and I don't have any recollection of it.
Okay.
And
As you say that, do you have any intensity about this mystery event?
a little bit, yeah, I get a little tingly around it.
Okay. Do you get more tingly with events you remember better?
Well, I've been working on those the last couple of days, a couple of the events. A couple were in school where I had to do reports and speak in front of the class, and I wasn't prepared. And
As you say that, what happens?
I feel embarrassed and ashamed.
Give me a number.
7.
All right. Is that in the stomach? In the chest?
It's all over.
Okay. How old were you at the time, Andy?
About 10.
About 10. Okay, just stay with me, okay? You don't have to do anything more. Just stay with me. In fact, I'll just say a few words, okay? Just listen, okay? Even though I was embarrassed, it didn't feel good at all, I deeply and completely accept myself. Gary doesn't know what happened, but he'll find out. Okay. But whatever it was, it hurts. Still hurts. I was 10 years old. A lot of things hurt at 10 years old. A lot of things we don't even understand at 10 years old. We don't even understand them in our current age. What number are you at the moment?
A little better, it's about 5.
It's about 5.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll do a little bit more, even though I still have this 5. I deeply and completely accept myself. And I understand, at least I'm going to try to understand, where other people were coming from in this movie. Okay. Now, those other people, were they teachers, students?
In that case, it was the kids laughing at me. And,
Okay.
The teacher was sort of encouraging it.
Oh, they're encouraging.
Yeah, because I didn't prepare, so I should be laughing.
Oh, I see, okay. Even though I didn't prepare,
Even though I didn't prepare,
shame on me.
shame on me.
Every 10-year-old always prepares.
Every 10-year-old always prepares.
They don't play ball.
They don't play ball.
They don't ride their
They
bicycle.
don't ride their bikes.
They always prepare.
They prepare.
That's just what 10-year-olds do.
That's right.
Okay. They don't want to have any fun in life.
They don't have any fun in life.
They prepare.
They prepare.
And teachers think you should prepare.
Teachers know I should prepare.
They know you should prepare. And if I don't prepare,
Yeah. If I don't prepare,
maybe that reflects on them.
it reflects on them.
Because they want students who get good grades
Because they want students who get good grades
and learn all their shtick.
and learn their shtick.
They think it's important.
They think it's important.
What was this subject, by the way?
It was composition writing,
Okay. All right.
which has been hard for me ever since. I don't want people to see it.
Oh, I see. Okay. No wonder.
It'll never be good enough.
Never be good enough. Okay.
And it's like, my dad was right.
Your dad was right. And he would say that too. All right, stay with me. Just stay with me, okay? Hang on here.
It's just more proof.
Yeah, that event was more proof, right? Okay. And with that in mind, I'd rather go back to your father because he seems to be more foundational. I mean, it's one thing to be embarrassed, okay? Because we all do our thing. If you get embarrassed, we're not prepared, you know, and kids will laugh at other kids, and it's just kind of a natural thing. Kids do that, you know. And
More shame.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. But it gets exaggerated when it's bouncing off of a big one from father.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It isn't something that just goes away. It's just something that sticks around because, indeed, it's evidence his father was right.
Yeah.
Okay. What was he right about?
A number of things. I'm a failure, and if I did it right, if I did it well, and I felt good about myself, I was cocky, and I should shut the hell up.
That's what he said to you, or that's your self-talk to you?
Started with him. Now I do it.
Okay. All right. What did your father do for a living?
He was a psychiatric nurse.
A psychiatric nurse. I'm going to let that one
Shades of some psychiatrists I've heard of.
Yeah, okay. Any better now?
Yeah.
Okay. And your father's parents, did you know them?
My grandfather came from England just as he was in his last few months, a year.
Okay.
We were a proud line of British peasants.
A proud line of British peasants.
Poor and proud.
Poor and proud, okay. Poor and proud.
And my dad didn't really go past grade 6 equivalent.
He didn't go past grade 6?
No.
Okay. How did you get to be a psychiatric nurse?
He wrote his own school report.
I'm not sure what that means.
He had to have grade 10.
You had to have grade 10?
Yeah, he had to have grade 10, and we were in Vancouver. And
that's all you need to be a psychiatric nurse?
To get into the course, to take a 2-year course or something.
Oh, okay. So you've got to be at least through grade 10, then you can take some training, a course to be a psychiatric, and then you are one if you pass that.
If he passed that, which he did.
Okay.
But to get into it, he had to lie.
Okay. And so 10th grade, how old are you in 10th grade? You're about 16 years old?
I started at 6, so 16.
Was what did you call your father? Dad, father, daddy, what?
Dad.
Dad. Okay. Was he successful?
Yeah, he was very good at what he did.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Unless you talk about parenting.
Well, you said it, I didn't. Okay.
I've always wanted to say that.
So he was a good psychiatric nurse.
Apparently, yeah.
But you don't know that for sure.
Well, he said so.
Oh. Apparently, well, he's an expert.
He was an expert,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. But my mind lost a couple of things here. As we were tapping earlier, and you're having some distress, you were talking about your own failure or something, and your father was right. And give me back those words again, could you?
Yeah, it was, I quit. I quit on things.
You quit.
I don't do them well. Me.
Yeah,
I don't do them well enough. And if I did do well, that was wrong because now I'm too proud of myself.
Oh, okay. There's no way you can win.
No, if I couldn't come in and say, look what I did.
Yeah, okay. You couldn't win. There's no way you can win. Okay. You see the logical humor, I hope. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. The logical humor. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not funny otherwise.
No.
Okay, what I'd like to have you do...
It's not something I haven't thought about. I mean, my mind, holds it, but the emotions come up.
Sure, of course. What I'd like to have you do is, if you would, is teach me. First of all, we need a phrase your father would use, that really stings. Like, you're a failure, you didn't do it right, or whatever. You get your own words, and I want you to tell me those words, okay? And then I want you to teach me how to be your father.
It's hard because the last 15 years of his life, he was a different man than in his 30s.
Improved?
Yeah, at one point, he always used to talk over me. Like if I was saying something, he'd talk louder.
Okay.
So I told him to shut up one time. And shut up, it's my turn to talk. You know what a conversation is?
Yes, yeah.
I talk, you listen, and you talk, I listen.
You know what a conversation is? I talk and you listen. How'd I do?
Not bad, but that was me telling him.
Oh, that was you telling him. Okay. And what
but it took me 35 years to get there.
Okay. All right. Well, do it again. Say it again.
You know what a conversation is? When I talk, you listen, and when you talk, I listen.
And how old are you now?
I'm talking.
How old are you now?
I was 35 then.
35.
Yeah.
Okay. That feel good?
Yeah, it felt really good.
What was his response?
He cried.
Okay. And why would he cry?
Because he knew I was going to be okay.
Now, how do you know he knew that? Is that your perception? Is that what he said?
We had a conversation afterwards, and he thought that if he could bullshit me, I would be safe in the world.
Ah, okay. So his version of being a parent, and tell me if this is wrong, okay, is if I can bullshit my child, if I can downgrade him, beat him up, etc., and he can rise to the top, then he's going to be okay. That's his version?
I had to be thick-skinned enough to go out there.
And so what he did was give you a thick skin in his opinion.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't take it that way.
Okay, but am I correct? That's his.
Pretty sure that's
Okay.
from what he said.
Okay. Even though my father
Even though my father
is an absolute expert at raising boys,
is an absolute expert at raising boys,
so they could have a really thick skin,
so they could have a really thick skin,
I deeply and completely accept
I deeply and completely accept
and understand Dad.
and understand Dad.
I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it.
I wouldn't raise my children that way.
I didn't raise my children that way.
I wouldn't come anywhere close to that.
I wouldn't come anywhere close to that.
It's his mistake.
It's his mistake.
It's not to blame him.
I don't blame him, no.
He doesn't know any better. He
Didn't-
did the best.
He didn't know any
He
better.
didn't know any better. He
died-
does now.
He died 2 years ago.
Okay. All right. But he didn't know any better at the time.
No, he didn't know any better.
He was doing the best he could,
Yeah.
given his own background,
Yeah,
the writing on his walls.
his childhood was worse and tougher.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, if you can have thick skin, maybe you won't be a peasant anymore.
What? Give up being a poor peasant?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that as a possible conclusion your father would make.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think his vision for me went higher than him.
Oh, okay. Even though my father wouldn't let me go higher than him.
Even though my father wouldn't let me go higher than
And why
him.
wouldn't he do that, by the way?
He said that, I grew up with the rich get rich over other people's bodies, and he didn't trust the psychiatrists, the doctors at work.
Because they made more money?
No, all they were interested in was publishing and their careers, and they spent half an hour with a patient, and he spent every day with a patient. Mm-hmm. And then they'd come and ask him, and then they'd put him out on the street again, and 6 months later they'd be back. Okay. So what the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
And they're catching the big bucks for that.
Sure. And your father was angry about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Even though my father was angry.
Even though my father was angry.
And when you act out of anger,
you're
not always being rational.
You're not always being rational.
Sometimes you make mistakes.
Sometimes you make mistakes.
And when you have a belief like he has,
that
your son's got to have a thick skin.
And your son's got to have a thick skin.
And I'm going to do what I can to thicken it up.
I'm going to do what I can to thicken it up.
Which includes belittling him.
Which includes belittling him.
Talking over him. Ignoring him. Making sure that he can't be self-confident.
And making sure I could not be self-confident.
Okay. And he did a good job.
And he did a great job.
He was really good at that.
Yeah.
He was really good at that.
I believed that self-confidence was arrogance. And I didn't want to be that.
Okay, you equated the two.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to be self-confident, you have to be arrogant.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a logical belief?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not.
Even though I'm having a hard time finding a reasonable belief.
Even though I'm having a hard time finding a reasonable belief.
Thanks to Dad.
I
deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Dad just didn't know what he was doing.
Dad just didn't know what he was doing.
He talked over me.
Went right over me.
Like I wasn't there.
And
he thought he was doing it.
In
my best interest.
In my best interest.
True statement?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Certainly the way he was in his last 15 years or so.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how do you feel at the moment?
I feel good at 0. I think I feel like I deserve to be in this room.
Okay. All right. And that was something you whispered to me earlier, okay? Even though up until now, I didn't deserve diddly. True statement?
Yeah.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I
at least deserve diddly. Whatever diddly is. I want a lot of diddly.
I want some diddly.
Give me some diddly.
Diddly.
Even if I can get rich, I'm going to sell diddlies.
I'll sell diddlies till I get rich.
And I'm going to buy all the psychiatrists in the world.
And I'm going to fire them.
I'm going to fire them. Please give me some diddly.
Give me some diddly. Please give me some diddly.
Even though I really didn't deserve, at least I didn't think I deserved.
Even though I didn't think I deserved
much of anything.
Much of anything.
Except my thick skin.
Except my thick skin.
Which wasn't really thick.
Which wasn't really thick.
All I really did was come out of my shorts at him one time.
I came out of my shorts at him one time.
That's a true statement?
It is.
It was a one-time deal? And that tended to turn the tide?
Yeah, that's all I had to do was put my foot down once.
Yeah. Okay. Even though I waited till I was 35.
Even though I waited till I was 35.
To finally figure out what Dad wanted.
To finally figure out what my dad wanted.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
You'd think I'd figured it out by then.
Yeah, you'd think I'd figure it out by then. Okay. You just wanted to stop worrying about me.
That's an interesting take. Because, see, parenting, I don't know anybody who's... There's a course in parenting. I guess there's a course someplace in parenting, but I sure didn't take it, you know. How do you feel?
I feel good, yeah.
Do you?
Zero. You know, there's no body thing, and I don't feel ashamed. I felt like, guilty to come up here and take your time, and everybody's...
Well, I think you should. I mean, all the rest of the people out here might like to be where you are.
I know there are people who would rather be here.
Why are you taking up my space?
Because I deserve it.
This is quite a tabletop. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And if you would try to go through some of the events in your life that may also be triggering events regarding father. Well, wait, before we do that, let's go back to this embarrassing school thing where you were not prepared, age 10. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you would close your eyes for a moment and go through that event and tell me what number you get to.
I can't really get anything on it because I know, in reality, I was being a clown as well. I was like this, and I was uncomfortable, but that sort of provoked laughing.
Oh, you did?
But
it wasn't just
because if I did it and made them laugh, then it was with me, not at me.
Oh, okay.
But I knew.
But I see some emotion there.
Yeah. Well, there was another one where a teacher stood. I'm left-handed. And this teacher who was a writing, used to do beautiful lettering, stood beside me. And he was such a stern, he stood there for a while, watched me write, and then walked to the front of the room and said, "Do you know what I just saw?"
And what do you feel when you say it?
Again, I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't even write properly.
What's the number?
7.
Okay. Do you know what I just saw? I don't even know what it is, but that's okay. Do you know what I just saw? Is that the right words?
Yeah, do you know what I just saw?
Do you know what I just saw? Do you know what I just saw? What is it I just saw, by the way?
Well, when you write this with your right hand, I think you go back and cross your T's, like your hand goes back and then you cross T's and dot I's on the way back. Mm-hmm. I was doing it on the way. I would write this way and cross them this way. So I was crossing my T's from right to left. And so we had the whole class going...
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. This was a teacher?
Not only can I compose, I can't write it properly.
This is another teacher.
Yeah, it was a grade 6. Mr. Pitchko, in fact.
Okay.
I'll never forget that silly. But I don't have any energy on it.
Yeah. Even though Mr. Pitchko.
Even though Mr. Pitchko.
Bitchko.
Oh, Mr. Bitchko.
Actually, we want to forgive him.
Yeah, we do.
We do, actually.
We do.
Yeah. We can call him Bitchko for a moment, but we have to put that aside.
Because what handwriting I have, I owe to him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I was terrified of him as well.
Okay. The thing I should have done.
The thing I should have done.
Was not cross my eyes.
Was not cross my eyes.
And not dot my T's at all.
Not dot my T's.
And so
I'm glad it was him and not you.
and so Mr. Bitchko.
And Mr. Bitchko.
Could have helped me have a thicker skin.
Could have helped me have a thicker skin.
Okay. Which he did in a way.
Which eventually he did in a way.
He was just echoing my father.
He was just echoing my
Once
father.
again, I didn't do anything right.
Once again, I didn't do anything right.
Mr. Pitchko needs the psychiatric nurse.
Mr. Pitchko needs a psychiatric nurse.
Actually, that's an interesting thing. See, why would a teacher do that? I mean, I am presupposing here for a minute why a teacher might do that, and so they have to. Some teachers would have to call you on your mistakes. That's a way to point them out to you.
Right.
Okay. I mean, some baseball coaches and football coaches in particular will sit there and yell at you.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be a tough kid. You got to be mentally tough and physically tough and all that kind of stuff. And so you screw up and get lackadaisical. You know, they're in your face.
Now they made us do cutaways and all. I took all that. This was different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you perceived it as being different.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, but he was trying to be tough with you to get you to dot your I's and cross your T's correctly.
As if I was writing with my right hand.
Yeah. Yes, and he's the correct one.
You bet. Yeah.
He
had the power in this situation.
Sure, of course. Even though Mr. Pitchko had to be correct.
Even though Mr. Pitchko had to be correct.
At my expense.
At my expense.
At the expense of a 10-year-old boy.
At the expense of a 10-year-old boy.
This is the only mistake he made.
It's the only mistake he made.
It's probably not the only mistake he made.
It's probably not the only mistake he made.
People make mistakes.
People make mistakes.
He may have had my best interest at heart.
He may have had my best interests at heart.
But he was just one more reflection.
He was just one more reflection.
Of my father's tough skin approach.
Of my father's tough skin approach.
A true statement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close your eyes for a minute and just take a look at Mr. Pitchko and see if you can't find something really nice about the guy.
When we did well, he would take a piece of sort of really good cardboard writing, and he would do your name in script. And he was beautiful lettering.
Your name doesn't have any I's or T's in it, though.
No, which is, I guess, why he could do that for me. He didn't feel bad.
How do you feel?
Good. I feel whole.
Okay, I want to do one more thing. I want to go back to this mystery event. As we've been doing this, by the way, has there been any more clarity on what that might have been?
Well, I just know the story of it.
Stop you right here. You're going to tell the story. Do you have any intensity knowing you're going to tell the story?
No, I really don't know I don't know how it's affected me, and it was something that I wanted to either dispense with or.
Well, let's tell the story. Then maybe we can do something with it. Maybe we can't.
Yeah, I write it like I'm going to, and I feel maybe a 2, because
okay.
I told someone.
Okay. For a moment. Okay. Go ahead.
I thought it was when I was younger, but I was actually 5 or 6 at the time, and I grew up in the country, and block up the street was a rich family, and the teenage boy had a beautiful Palomino pony, a horse, and
you're more than a 2 now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
And what would you call it? 4, 5?
Yeah, it's over 5.
Okay, all right.
I loved that horse, but one day he chased me.
Just be quiet for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I want to do something with it. All right, I'll just tap it a little bit. Okay, just come. Okay, whatever the Palomino horse triggered.
Yeah.
Whatever that image triggered. Whatever that
image triggered.
Whatever that image triggered.
Yeah.
You guys got to be a little louder. Whatever that image triggered.
Whatever that image triggered.
Whatever that image triggered.
Okay.
What you doing now?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we had
Pretty low.
Go back a little ways. So there was the rich kid with the Palomino horse.
Yeah, and my parents
And you're a peasant.
Yeah, we're peasants. They just moved from England, and it's in the early 50s, and these people are rich, and
and you're higher, aren't you?
Yeah, coming up a bit.
6?
Yeah.
This intensity. This intensity.
This
This intensity.
intensity.
This intensity.
This intensity.
While I'm tapping, I just want to ask you a question.
Okay?
Is this more intensity than you expected in telling this story?
Yeah, when you brought it up there.
Okay, but I mean, before when you tell the story, before we ever sat here, you know, like last week, if you told the story, would you have expected this kind of intensity?
No.
Okay.
No. I told someone, and it just came out.
It was like a 1 or a 2 or something?
Yeah, like an
Well,
event.
it may be, I never know for sure, but it may be we're tuning into what it really is. And it might be a really important one, so who knows?
Yeah.
We're just exploring. Okay. So, back down?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So there were a lot of fields, and everybody had acreage. So some of it was forested, and some of it was farmland. And he caught me out in
Who's he?
this kid, Gary Coombs, is his name.
Hold on. We're up there again, are we not?
Yeah. Dang.
Kid was named Gary Coombs?
Yeah.
Okay.
They owned a mink ranch.
You want to make... All right, go ahead. I'll just do here.
Okay. So he got me out, caught up to me on his horse and chased me and roped me like a...
All right, stop right there. So even though he roped me
Even though he roped me
and had no right to do that,
and had no right to do that.
I don't know why he did it.
I don't know why he did it.
Kids do what they do.
The kids do what they do.
How old was he?
He was 15 or 16.
And you were
5.
5. Okay. All right. Even though I was only 5.
Even though I was only 5.
Taken advantage of again by a big person.
Taken advantage by a big person.
A big guy.
A big guy.
Something like my dad.
Something like my dad.
Being roped.
Being roped.
Something like from my dad.
Something like my dad.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
It was a long time ago,
It was a long time ago.
but I still feel it.
I still feel it.
And tell me if this sentence is true, okay? I deserved it. At the time? Okay. I deserved it at the time. Just say, I deserved
I
it.
deserved it at the time.
I deserved it at the time.
I deserved it at the time.
Is that a logical statement? Is it logically true that you deserved it?
I don't know. I was there. I think that's all it was. I was there.
You don't know if you did anything to provoke it.
I don't remember.
Well, you know, teenage kids they just do stuff sometimes. I mean, I remember as a teenager, I didn't do anything like that. There's a thing or two I'd rather turn their clock back on and undo, you know. Okay, what did it feel like to be roped?
Well, you know how they do in rodeos where they chase after the little
Yeah.
calf, and so
Well, I need to stop you 1 second, just so I'm clear. I thought this was a mystery event.
yeah, I'm
It's no longer a mystery?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. Otherwise, it just sees under the surface, you know, and has its expense too. Okay. So what happens?
He got it around my throat, and
I hear?
yeah.
Does that hurt when I do that? Does that bother you?
No, but I have
Wait a minute.
neck pain for a long time.
You have neck pain from
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Does that hurt when I do that?
And then he tied me to a tree and left.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Does that bother you?
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, Gary.
Yeah, I know. But does it bring up the feeling from the past?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it there for a minute, okay?
Good. Oh, good.
Okay, aren't you glad?
I'm glad about that, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Even though I feel that rope
even though I feel that rope.
that Gary put there.
That Gary put there.
Both of them.
Both Garys. One put it there and one can take it off.
I'm not going to.
No, you're not.
No.
I'll take it off.
How's it feel right now?
It's just the cable around my neck. That's
Okay. And so he did what? He just left you? He tied you to a tree?
He tied me to a tree and left
Okay,
me.
so were you, when you were tied to the tree, were you like standing up? Were you sitting down?
I think I started standing, but I sort of slumped, and then when I didn't come home, that's how I knew about the event, is that my mother came looking.
And she found you tied up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I don't know what it feels like to be tied up, but where was the tie? Was it here? Does that? I want to recreate it.
Around here, too.
I want to recreate it. Okay. You feel that?
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10, what is that?
It's coming down. It's maybe 5.
Well, try better, okay?
Yeah.
Would tighter do it?
Yeah.
Say this for me. I deserve that.
I deserve that.
How's that feel?
It's okay.
It's okay. Is
I
it true?
knew
Is
it.
it true?
It's not true.
It's not
It's
true.
not true.
Oh, okay.
No. I was there and it happened, but it wasn't like I did something to earn it.
Okay. Tell me how true this sounds. Gary was just being mean, he was insensitive, and I was in his way.
Gary was just being mean and insensitive, and I was just in his way.
Now, does that feel true, sound true to you? Is it a 10 for true or 0 for false or somewhere in between?
0 is true.
10 is true.
10 is true.
I was just in the way. Gary was being mean, I was just in the way.
Yeah, I think it's a 9 or a 10 because I didn't have a history with him. It wasn't like it was a...
Yeah.
I had a history with his younger brother, though.
Whose name was?
Butch.
Butch. Butchko.
Yeah. Bitchko and Butchko.
Yeah. Butch.
Yeah. But we were friends, but I still didn't trust the family either.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And nothing ever happened about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my mother said anything to anyone. Okay. So that's where I felt let down.
Okay. If you would, close your eyes now and go back through, go through the history of events with your father and all these things that tell you don't deserve, you're lesser than, and all this, and see if you can find one that bothers you.
Not anything serious right now, no.
Okay.
No.